Hello, welcome to The Pursuit of Truth. It's the 19th of October 2018, and yesterday I was talking about the idea of a list of things that are not great with the way we live or the world we live in response to people that say, when you talk about flat earth and conspiracies and things like that, that they say, what does it matter, and everything's fine as it is, we live a great life. And yet to a great extent we do live a great life. There's lots of great things about it, but I think that life could be done a lot better, and I'm sure a lot of people do. I'm not trying to make any claim out of that. I guess the problem is doing something about it. But so I thought I'd write down these things. I got distracted with the teacher thing yesterday. So this is the list. I won't go through explaining each one, but just particular ones. Chemicals in our food and effects. So we know that we eat a lot of stuff in jars, in boxes, and a lot of it has lots of chemicals in it. I saw on Subtle Infinity, and I'm not sure who other video it was now, was going through all the different things that are in the food that we eat. Imagine, I'm sure like when we started, the better way of doing it is we used to make it ourselves. We'd buy vegetables, we'd buy potatoes, we'd buy meat, and we'd make the meals. We wouldn't be going into a cupboard and adding a little bit of some chemical, or this chemical, that chemical. When did it become, okay to be taking all these chemicals, Would you go in, if you're making a casserole, and you put some carrots and potatoes and a bit of meat, you're going to go and put a bit of paint stripper in, or a bit of, washing up liquid. You're not, are you? But you probably find that a lot of the chemicals that you're eating, you'd be surprised what you are actually consuming. And I suspect these manufacturers make this stuff. They do limited tests to make sure, it doesn't harm anyone, but they don't know the long-term effect. We're those guinea pigs. Pharmaceutical power and ethics. I don't trust the pharmaceutical industry. I think the way it works is always going to lead to the idea of better to find treatments rather than cures, because there's a lot more money to be made in that. I mean, yeah, obviously there's money to be made in cures as well, but there's a lot more to be made in treatments and keeping things status quo if it's run like a business, and which I assume most pharmaceutical companies are run like a business. I think there's a problem with that. And that leads on to the next one, few cures. These days there's far fewer cures than there used to be. There's a lot more treatments of things. Yeah, and I know, maybe it's because we're not advanced enough, but I think that's also because of the way the world works. We're all divided up. We've got hundreds of different research units all working against each other because they all want to make the breakthrough rather than all working together. I think that would come up with more cures, doing it that way. Poverty around the world. Well, I don't need to go on to that one. Misuse of authority, so you get companies, leaders, politicians, and it's not just authority of leaders, it's also authorities of your boss and this, that and the other, that we're all equal. Why do you stand above me, and why do we let people stand above us and sort of assume this authority over us when none of us has any more authority over each other? That's like not sophism, it's like a created thing that doesn't really exist. Divided land, so this place that we live upon is divided up. It's given names. We're given names. Everything is given names, and it's taken ownership of. Whereas I didn't see who signed over those deeds to those people, And if you want to look under the system that we live within, then you could say, yeah, okay, you're right. The Europeans stole bits of land from the indigenous people, and that it should be given back to them if you want to believe in the system that we're living in. But I think we need to go further than that, in the sense that, and this is not because I'm white, this is not because, I'm looking at it from the fact of view that we're all human beings. None of us should have none of us really have claim of this land that we're upon. We don't know how we got here. We're here, and we're all the same species. And we all should be able to travel freely around everywhere. There shouldn't be this ownership issue. And I think this is a caveman mentality, to think that this is your country or this is my country. None of these countries are yours. They're all ours or all not ours. is one of those two. But it's definitely not. This isn't my piece of land. That isn't your piece of land. That's just I don't think a very intellectual way of looking at things. And I'm not doing that because I want to say keep everything it is. Now I don't want to keep everything it is. I want to get rid of all these names for all these places, or the names can stay if they want to stay. But I don't want this idea of, this is yours, this is mine. We should all be able to freely travel everywhere. No one should be able to tell you where you can't and can go. I know that the problem is because we need order, isn't it? Because if we did that, everyone would go to one place, and then what would we do? Why do we need authority to control ourselves? I might have to split this out into two parts. Divided species, well, that's all goes on the back of what I just talked about before. The fact that we've got different sections of ourselves: men, women, black, white, Asian, England, America, Africa, Europe, we divide ourselves in so many different things, We even divide ourselves down into TV programs, you've got Facebook groups of all different things. Stop dividing, let's start adding. History of lies, well, we all know that a lot of the history that's been written down is written by the victor, and a lot of it is very sketchy, to say the truth. And obviously these days with movies telling history and TV channels telling history, and it's not, a lot of it is not very accurate. I think that'll be enough for now. I shall continue this. This might be a few parts. This list is endless. Anyway, for now, take care, take it easy. God bless and peace.